Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel, and I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Belle Collective. This is season 6, episode 2. I thank everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. You can also subscribe if you are new. Share this video, and you can also comment. Now let's get into this episode. Okay, y'all. So I just watched 3 reality shows, and I got to film and edit 3 reality shows. So it's gonna be an interesting Saturday, but hopefully you're having a great weekend, and let this be a good weekend for you so you can be refreshed and revived for Monday. All right, so we start off with Letitia and her enterprise. We see her on the phone, I guess she's on the phone talking about bail bonds. I guess they gotta go to, she was given direction as to what's going on with whatever's going on. So she says that she's also a paralegal outside of just doing brunches. She also has some type of mentorship thing. Yeah, because she was doing the mentorship thing with Latrice, and then popped off on her due to Maurice putting a battery in her back to go attack Latrice. Yeah. And guess what? I didn't know this, but Letitia done blocked me. I was like, well, wait a minute. I didn't even know. But anyways, I'm the type of person, I don't go on people's accounts and attack them or harass them or anything to that nature. If I say my opinion, I'm going to say my opinion. So that's what's up. Now, and this is not me just responding to knowing that I'm blocked by Letitia, but I do feel like you're whack at this point. That's just my opinion. She meets up with Carrie, and Letitia was like, oh, really impressed with Carrie's outfit. She says, Carrie says, it's giving Whitley, Jasmine Guy. What y'all think? You can tell by my expression what I think, but what did you think? Of course, Carrie has her own views, because since Carrie lives on the coast of Mississippi and not in, oh, I was about to say something. I'm glad I didn't. In the Jackson area, whatever, she has a different vibe. She has different opinions, because I think they're a little bit more modern as you go out to the coast instead of people that are more inland. They have a lot more southern and country type culture that's going on. But hey, in this group, that could really hurt you, Carrie, because it's always going to look like you think that you're better than the next person. That also hurt Akeisha. To me, I didn't even feel like Akeisha was coming in kind of just trying to look down on people. She's seeing stuff. Oh, I was about to be shady some more. She's seen stuff and she talked about it. I don't understand why you can't. Carrie, you're good. I think that your shade could be funny or whatever. It just be like, I think coming in and going in on people's looks and styles, and it's not really, that might be a little bit too much. At least first coming in, but hey. Anyways, Letitia's talking about relaunching her brunch. I didn't know that she laid it down, because we just saw a brunch last season. So, anyways, it's going to be a relaunch social brunch, and she wants Carrie to help her out with all this stuff, just to help get it together. I have a feeling that people called Carrie Jasmine Guy growing up, or that might be someone that she looks up to. Just a hunch. Do y'all think that she looks like Jasmine Guy? Let me know in the comments. Sorry for, it was still on my head to talk about that. So what are your thoughts on the birthday party, Maurice? Of course, Carrie says, you know, I have my own opinions, you know. Letitia was lightly getting on Carrie. Well, we know you have your own opinions, you know, being on the coast, da-da-da-da-da. They were more talking about, you know, the other stuff, as far as with Marie having 2 guys there at the same time. The ex-husband, and I don't even know if he's ex. I really don't know if he's ex. But anyways. And the other dude. What's his name? Mike? Or Marty. Yeah, that's it. But they kind of jump off of that, and they start talking about the brunch again. And, of course, the brunch in Mississippi is coming back, and she's going to be announcing that she's going to have a statewide tour of her brunches. And then Carrie was like, you know, it would be good for you to get some sponsors. It really would. Because we don't need any more burnt bacon and also a cold waffles, or maybe it was the other way around. Just saying that. Since you're an enterprise, you should be having enterprise deals and goals set, especially you trying to take this statewide. It may be something if you wanted to look a local mess, but you know, you might want to spruce it up if you want to just, I mean, let me stop. But I think at this point, Letitia has irked me a lot. And you can go back to all my other reviews as to why I feel the way that I do. But this whole social brunch thing is going to be not a sit down where you just sit down and eat. It's going to be like a bite of food. Okay. It sounded like you don't have the budget. If you really want to know my opinion, it sounds like you don't have the budget, ma'am, and you got to get bite-sized stuff, and that's where the sponsors are going to come in at. Marie and Essie. We find out that Essie's health is doing better. I thank God for that. Whew. How the story was painted and how even Marie was taking it, it felt like it may be almost to the end for Essie, but thank God for your healing that is taking place on your body. Marie says, you know, we've done a lot here at Hamilton Davis, and I'm really thinking about retiring because I've taken it as far as it can go and just allowing someone else. Essie said, you know, you can do that, but in another year. And Marie's like, why I gotta be another year? She said, well, nobody can do you like you do, Marie, and I need some more time. I mean, with Essie having her health issues, I think that that's good. So I'm trying to, well, I would really want to know what Marie wants to jump into next, because you went on and got your doctorate degree. So what's next for you if you're retiring? Marie was like, you know, I really need to go, but Essie was like, you could really stay if you wasn't juggling these other men. I thought Essie would have some comments because she was really through with Cedric, because she knew what type of man he had been towards her, or type of husband he's been towards Marie, her friend. So it's interesting that she's not really putting up a fight or have anything really to say. It's just about Marie. She's owning that she wants to date two people. She said, you know, I was open and honest. And you're doing a whole lot more than a lot of other people when they aren't really truthful for what they got going on. I will give that to Marie. Essie's like, oh, she says that, no, Marie says, she doesn't really know what to do or who to choose, because right now Martin has not even contacted her in over 2 weeks. It's just like, I've been ghosted and I don't know what's going on, Essie's like, well, who do I root for? And then Marie said, both. Oh, let's see. The next scene we got is Marie. I guess she's at Cedric's, maybe her home, but she's up cooking in the morning for Cedric. They're in bathrobes. We find out that they spent the night together. And what I mean spent the night, they spent the night. Did I really need to know that though? I don't know. I mean, she's giving it to us raw. I considering how Marie does give out information, I think I should expect her to try to do something like this, to try to make it seem like they had sex. And I just kind of want to be like, you, but hey, whatever. So then she goes into the room, the bedroom, and she talks with Cedric. She says that she felt uncomfortable during the birthday party because Cedric wanted to know how was she feeling about it, because she had both him and Martin there. And Cedric said, you know, it was awkward, you know. That's not something that I really want to be put back into that situation again. And Cedric started thinking after that, you know, should we really be together? Because maybe this is just not for us for now. It looks like the men want to bow out. Now, you know, see, women, y'all got to take note. Take note. Because these men will string y'all along like Play-Doh or whatever, like a yo-yo. They will string you along. And then end up not really picking. And then y'all just got to keep fighting each other. And one of y'all really think that y'all got a hold on him when really you don't have a hold on anyone because he got a third one someplace else that none of y'all ladies know about. And then you're so proud of, well, he spent the night with me. Did he? But where was he before he came to you? So men, it doesn't look like they, well, at least with these examples, it looks like that they can't really handle that type of competition. Their ego won't handle it. Even though, you know, men are kind of like competitive, but they're just not going to try to, I don't know. normally men will be competitive in that way, and they're going to mark their territory. But I think that Cedric thought he was losing, seeing her on the dance floor with this other person, because of, okay, I know who I am, but why is she with this person? Now, he could have compared himself up, thinking that he was the best thing in the world, or whatever, but maybe it wasn't to that point. Maybe he thought that, okay, well, maybe I really don't have that same connection with you, and you really are vibing with this dude, and I don't know what to do with that. Maybe that was it. I don't know. But anyways, Marie says she don't know what to do. You know, I like Martin, but I love Cedric. Well, then you know what to do. You know what to do, lady, but whatever. We're going to go along with this storyline. Selena, she gives us a little bit more of an update on what she has going on. Because you know she takes a lot of pride, love, and care and attention to her children, even in their adult stage. Sky is about to have her baby, so she's preoccupied with that. And also putting together a white party. This is in dedication and celebration for her son that passed away. And now I know his name is Quincy, as it was announced last night by one of the girls. Mike comes in, and Selena's griping some more because, remember, Mike didn't tell Selena I was going out of town. He goes out of town, and then he's not communicating while he is out of town. And I thought for a second, Selena, are you just really trying to put some type of leash on this dude? But Selena said no. I mean, in my head, she didn't say no. But she basically said, you know, you were operating a certain way when you got me. And now you're switching up. And she said, you better treat me the same way that you got me. Don't switch up now. And that's what she's saying. So obviously it looked like Mike was a lot more accountable back then. And in marriage, accountability is a key factor. Communication is a key factor. 3 elements of a marriage that don't even make or break it. It's money. Did I say make or break? Yeah. Money, sex, and communication. If any of those are broken down at all, consider it done. And if y'all still together, it's just because y'all want to just stay and not really make a move. Yeah, Selena said that Mike used to tell me everything. Selena says that Letitia has set up an outing that she thinks that this is going to help their relationship. If it doesn't help it, then she doesn't think that she's going to continue on. It looked like you know your answer, but I think you want to pull in. As we get further down, we start to at least understand Mike's position a little bit more through her daughters. So, the women's brunch. Some of the people were showing up. Carrie showed up. I think Selena showed up. And then Latrice. Latrice was feeling uneasy with Letitia because since she found out about the DMs that Glendale was sending to her friend, she's like, she don't really know what to do because it puts her in an awkward position. I don't know. Even if you don't want to tell Letitia, I kind of would be adamant to say, okay, Amanda, let me set up something. Because when it blows up in your face, when it is revealed that you knew all along, it ain't going to be well. Yes, there are people that are going to get mad, even if you do tell up front. But if Latrice could come to Letitia during season 1 to say, hey, I know someone that knows someone, and they're claiming that Glendale had a baby by them. If you can do that, if you can put her on a notice in regards to that, I don't understand what the issue is right now. This probably would have been better in season 1 if you were just like, I don't know what to do. But now it's a little bit odd to me, especially given the history of things. Sorry. But one thing I would do is take my hands off of it, I swear, and find some way to orchestrate that Letitia knows this information. Latrice is not feeling Selena because of Selena's absence, because she was supposed to be the bar manager. And she feels like Selena ghosted her. Carrie came in, was talking with Letitia, and she was talking about her hair. I got it written down here about her ponytail. I think she likes it. Letitia was making jokes about it. This is what I think. I probably shouldn't be saying it, but I am going to say it. It seems like Carrie doesn't know how to do her hair, so she just sticks the ponytail on it. And all I gotta say is, I think the ponytail really went out of style, Carrie. And maybe you need to step up your game in fashion too. I mean, get some lace fronts. It doesn't seem like, I don't think that the whole, but it's weird because you want to act like you're this fashionista and talk about other people's stuff, but it doesn't look like you really go all out to take care of you in the fashion world. And I know what you're going to say is that you're too busy being a wife, mother, and a mogul and all that. I'm a boss. I know what you're going to say. But it's kind of hard coming from you because it's not, I'm telling you. Y'all getting them comments. Letitia makes a speech about thanking everybody for coming. Her goal before the end of this year is to have 3,000 women that have been a part of the luncheon, because it's a way for different ones to collab and for whatever reason, you know, to get one another. It's a social thing to build bridges and build bonds, and hopefully that there could be some type of great connection that comes out of whatever these brunches do. So she wants to at least come in contact with 3,000 people. I think that is a cool goal. As far as a statewide event, you're good because you have TV on your side. You're out in the public someplace. So I think it is doable, because I think you do need to have short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals. So let's see what happens. And then we see that Marie got a doppelganger. And the lady was like, it must be just the hairstyle. Yeah, it's the hairstyle and the body and all that good stuff. Latrice meets up with Carrie. I guess Latrice has some type of knowledge of Carrie, but she says that Carrie's extra, but I like that. She loves a little bit of extra. Marie arrives, and Carrie's got all of the shade about Marie's outfit, looking like she's from space. Latrice was talking about, yeah, I can really see your natural BBL. She keeps saying it's cornbread fed. No. Keep up with that lie, Marie. Keep up with that lie. And then she got two twist things. Now, in the late 90s, early 2000s, a lot of women would do that, where they would put it up and then spiral it, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the names of it was, but that's how y'all was doing your hair back then. I remember it. So everyone's just asking about these two men you got going on. Marie, what's happening? She said, well, why y'all trying to be up in my business? Let's play a game. Who has had infidelity in their marriage? But what does that have to do with anything? We know that Cedric cheated on you. We know that Letitia got cheated on. I went back and just rewound, like, did anyone even say anything? Because it's like, okay, yeah. Why are we talking about this? Like, that's a deep subject, and you don't know anybody's trigger. What we're talking about is you're seeing two men. What's going on there? That's what we're talking about. There could have been another conversation about, have y'all had threesomes? Have y'all played a guy? Like, you had a little roster going on. Have y'all done that before? I mean, that would have been a lot more appropriate than saying who's cheating on whom. Who's got cheated on? That didn't make sense to me. Latrice and Selena, they hash it out and whatnot. Latrice gives her heart. Selena says, hey, a lot of stuff was going on at the time. When my fur baby died, it was a lot. That was the one that was there when my son passed away and all that. So it's been a lot. Car wreck, So anyways, they said that they were still girls and they got to have more open communication. I don't understand these friendships these days. Because why in the world would you not know what your friend is going through, and why would not your friend be able to communicate that to you if y'all girls, like y'all say y'all are? And that's just a general question. Like, what? But we're talking about y'all. Like, I don't understand where all the miscommunication was at, or to be direct. That's my girl. What's going on with you? This isn't you. So what happened? But you more took it internal and just stopped speaking with her. That's a little bit interesting to me, but hey. So Marie catches up with Carrie. She said, hey, you know, a little birdie told me what you had to say, because I didn't really hear what you were saying, about my outfit. And then Carrie said, well, Marie was like, you trying to say I'm from outer space and all that? And Carrie was like, no, it's futuristic, Maria's like, look, you're a newbie, and you should be getting hazed. You shouldn't be over here doing the hazing, basically. And then she talked about her outfit, and it looking like she a grandma. Like, again, Carrie, you can step it up. But she has 2 restaurants, I think, in Mississippi and another one in Alabama area. I forgot where, and all that good stuff. So anyways, Marie wanted to win the moment, so she walks away from her while saying those grandma moments, those grandma reads and shade. Selena ends up inviting everyone to her all-white party. It's going to be a source of a place for people that are grieving to have a place. I guess she's going to set up something more outside of the party to make it more of a regular thing. Well, I guess we'll see on next week. The next scene, Selena goes and visits her girls. Sky is 9 months, but she has not dilated as of yet, so she's soon to pop. She gives an update on Mike, stating what's happening and how she feels, and she don't know if she really want to go through with this wedding, But the girls, they really love him, and they were speaking up for him. He came around the time that her son passed away, and Mike has really been there for her and also the girls. So basically, they said, work it out. That's all I gotta say, is work it out. The last scene, Marie and Martin, they kind of just discuss stuff because Marie just don't understand why he went ghost for about 2 weeks. It made me feel abandoned and disrespected. He said it wasn't anything like that, but I really think that it was about the whole birthday situation. Marie ended up breaking up with him. She got emotional, and Marie was like, well, I didn't expect him to get emotional. I really don't know about this, but basically it's a setup for Cedric to come back on scene. That is your partner. That's the one that you're most comfortable with on screen, and that's my opinion about it. So it looks like Marie is choosing her husband, ex-husband, whom I think she's still married to, all over again. So that was the end of the episode. Y'all let me know how you felt about it. Do you think that, I don't know, what do you think about Carrie's style? What do you think the future holds for Mike and Selena? Let me know. What do you think about this tour that's going on? And if you are a subscriber here, and I don't even think you gotta be, but go to my community post. I need your help. Please vote on which thumbnail you think that I should use to continue on. Last night we got our opening. It was introduced to us. All I can say is that the creative department is trying. They haven't aced it as of yet. But with God, all things are possible. So they're trying. So y'all vote on which thumbnail I should be using. Anyways, that's all I got. I appreciate you for coming to my channel. Like this video, share it, subscribe, and until the next one, peace.